Should we go a little bit more in the middle? That sounds good. I think that's better. Anyway, before I go too far, I want to say that this episode and all episodes now are sponsored by Oak Road Brewery, where you can go get the finest lagers and live your best lager life. Not only that, let me continue talking for just a second, Eric, before we get on our wonderful Unconventional Thanksgiving. I would like to start off with saying, hey, thanks, guys, for believing in our studio. And now, we work together now. It's fantastic, and I'm super excited about it. 12 Beers is coming up soon. 12 Beers of Christmas. And we are working on the video series that kind of go along with that. It's funny because now when I talk on the podcast, I actually have the camera that I can look to talk to. Usually I'm just kind of like staring at a piece of the wall.
I'll find like something on the table and be like, that's a really good looking chip.
I'm just going to sit here and stare at it, right? Oh yeah, but they've got 12 Years of Christmas coming up. We've been working a lot together, so their wonderful clientage is not a word, but today it is appreciated, and everyone that lives in the Summerville, South Carolina area should go and enjoy Oak Road lagers. You can also order it online if you don't live around here. You just get it shipped to your house. It's like the COVID-friendly way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, obviously, Baked Cat Studio, we have a lot of stuff on the website. You can get a whole bunch of really neat apparel and water bottles, and we have a Black Friday sale, which is WAP candy. You can type that in when you go to your checkout. It's 20% off. Got wonderful Finding Fika line. It's just like a whole bunch of wonderful things that are great for Christmas. So go, 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 go. And I am done with the promotions.
Oh, gee whiz, Satan. Why am I so unhappy?
Jim, it's just like I said, Jimmy Jim. It's like I said.
Just stop sucking so much.
Cause you suck, Jimmy. Eric, my friend.
What's up?
You're the only one still left in Somerville.
Nope. Yeah, everybody disappeared for Thanksgiving.
It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wade was even super last minute, just disappeared. He's like, all right, I'm going camping. I'm gonna hike 6 miles a day.
Well, it's just like Thanksgiving dinner. It's gonna be some of that ultralight food. Some boil some water, pour it in his food.
This is the life.
Yeah.
I mean, he was super excited for it. He got a whole bunch of Amazon shit in the mail before he was going on his trip. He got a huge new book bag and all that stuff, just ready to go.
It's like Christmas came early.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's flying to Argentina and working over there soon, so it's definitely. We always end up drinking beer and then doing a podcast, and then the entire time we're over here just trying to silently burp and just turn our head over to the
I know,
side.
so I was like, I'm gonna come over
Last
here
time,
for a second.
We did the same thing. We'll never learn. But after this, I'm probably going to move to hard liquor, everybody. So the burping will turn into slurs. Which kind of gets us to what we're doing here today. It's on Thanksgiving. And if I can do this right, we're going to post this tonight so that everyone is also sloshed. And they can watch this on YouTube or listen to it the next morning. We're like, wow, those guys are fucking idiots.
I'm like, that's pretty quick, man. Tying all that together.
It should be really not super painful, I guess is the best way for me to say that. Within an hour, I think I can have it golden and good to go.
I'm like, that's how long it takes for me to get the video off of my GoPro onto my computer, let alone do anything with it. So, yeah.
What's the power of having the right tools, You can do things so much faster when you have the right tool for the job. If anything's taught me that, it's working on goddamn cars.
No.
God. Ridiculous. I hate those.
Don't get me started on cars.
I know, right?
I was complaining about that when I first got here.
We've been talking about that all day.
Ugh.
All day. Yeah, but Eric's right. He's the only one still here. You got family in Virginia. He just didn't want to go up there and why drive?
Yeah, I'm like, it's 6 hours to eat a lot of food, and then 6 hours back. And I gotta be here for work tomorrow, so I was like, I'm not about to do that trip in it's like I have to make it up there and back here in like 48 hours, and a good portion of that's gonna be spent on the road, and I just did not feel like it.
No kidding. No, especially not to eat just like a big meal.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I want to point out that we have a fire going. You may hear it in the background.
I was gonna say it's extra crackly.
It is. They put a lot of like really good shit in there. Like probably, I'm thinking some cedar. I know for a fact cedar is very poppy. Birch probably isn't too bad.
I feel like they like threw some firecrackers in there too with it. It's just
Definitely.
that poppy.
Yeah, we're gonna hear some whiz bees going off soon.
I can hear it coming through the headset right now.
Oops. Really? Can you?
Yeah, I can hear it every so often.
Nice.
But
I know. I was just like, all right, let's get quiet and listen. Yeah, but let's see. Richard, Whitney, Rachel, Cody, they all went up to Maine. Wade is in North Carolina or Greenville area. He might be like in the northern tip of wherever Linville Gorge is. He went back to Linville Gorge.
Oh, okay.
And CJ and Karis went all the way down to Florida. And then the Rileys are in... They were in New York. But I don't know where they are now. But yeah, all over the place. Just all over the East Coast. And then all of a sudden, guys, I found out, I was like, there's only one of us left. It's just me and Eric. So Eric and I decided to get together, have like a... We were going to have a Friendsgiving. Like, I think originally we were talking about having a lot of food. And it kind of like divulged into us eating way too much before we came over.
Oh, that's 100, yeah.
And drank way too much. Both of us were like already kind of getting hungover.
When I got here, I was just laying on my back on the floor, like my head's spinning right now.
That's the first thing you did. You just immediately fell down. Like, it feels so good to lay down.
Yeah, it's just like I'm gonna lay here for a little while, and then you got the tortillas out, and that was the game changer. I felt 1,000 times better after eating the tortillas.
I'm gonna have to remember that for future situations. Like, do you feel kind of like trash? You just need some really good salt.
Yeah, you just need some tortillas.
Yeah.
Some Totitos scoops.
Fuck yeah, dude. The scoops. Oh god, the scoops. The scoops are good. The scoops are good, except like if you don't have any salsa or dip or anything, then the scoops feel excessive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do I have to eat this chip that is an empty shell now? I would rather it just be flat.
It's a vessel for the
it needs
salsa.
To have something in it. Yeah.
Like, I can't. This doesn't feel right.
Scoop time. Scoop.
Poor, like,
it's fantastic. I know. So like the whole plan, we were supposed to like be eating and getting totally like trash and talking about ridiculous things that we're thankful for, and that is the original goal for this. And so what it really turned into is us not really eating that much. We have a little snacks around, and well, at least for me, I'm getting back to getting drunk. So I think Eric may pace himself a little bit better, but I'm moving on to some whiskey after this.
No, I'm like, I don't know. I kind of got here. I was like way up here, and then I like kind of came down to here. I don't want to go all the way back down to ground zero because to get back up there, it's not going to be a good time. But
okay.
If I can keep it like kind of in the middle and then like maybe get a little more uptick there at the end.
Tequila shot. How about that?
Oh, nope. Yes.
Too hot? Oh, really?
I mean, let me get through the beer, get through that water, and I'll probably be feeling it.
All right. I'm excited. We should do something for that.
Oh, gosh.
Exciting, yeah. It makes me want to finish putting together this drinking game idea that I've been playing around with for quite a while. And I would really tell you right now, but it is so like 8,000 million different parts in my head that I just don't want to give everyone the pieces to make this game a reality and someone else take it. Out of all 3 people that listen to this podcast, and 2.5 of them are my friends, so the 0.5 person, I don't trust that person, whoever they are. They
might just take your game and copyright it, and then sue you, and you're like, but bitch, I came up with this idea.
I wonder if they could copyright. Me talking about it online and publishing the episode is why I would give up my right of copyright, I think, because I'm putting it out there.
No, that's a good point.
Either that or it works for copyright because they have proof that I brought it up first and put it out into the world. I don't know how it works, obviously, but I'd rather spend more time finishing the game than trying to figure out how copyrights work.
Just have it done.
I know it's so close, and I'm getting there. There's a really big flaw in my idea, and it's based around trivia. And my problem is, I would rather use trivia that already exists than having to write trivia for an entire game.
No thanks.
Right? Exactly. So if I could just like tap into something, some other database and kind of figure that out, then it'd be way better. Either that or I have to work around it, and I don't know how to work around it yet. So that's where we're at right now, Eric. What a ridiculous, vague thing to include you in. All of a sudden, unexpectedly.
You threw me in there.
Yeah. Now you're part of it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wait like an entire hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe if I remember, to include you after we turn these things off.
I was gonna say maybe now when you go to copyright that and they're like, oh, but this is already copywritten.
Oh my god! If it's
You'll know who to go after.
I did a quick Google search to see if it was already a game, and I couldn't find one. So at least there's that. The name I have is solid. In fact, that's like the only real solid thing I have is just a name for the game.
You're intriguing me so much. You're like, I've got a name, and I'm like, but what is it? And
I'm
you're like, I've got a game, and I'm like, what is it? You got me on the edge of the couch right now, almost. I'm like, right.
Almost. Look at you. You're almost toppling over.
Yeah, I'm like Indian style right now. That's how engaged in this I am.
If you lean forward anymore, you would just faceplant into the coffee table.
I would eat the mic and then probably flip the table and take the computer and the salsa and all that with me, and it would just be this massive mess that you caught on camera.
I know, it'd be the best part.
No, and I'm like, the funny thing is, it probably wouldn't be too far from the truth. That shit would probably has a potential of happening. So.
If you were to do that, then I would definitely tell you. I'm like, okay, after that sacrifice, you gotta know. You're missing a tooth, so I need to fill the void somehow.
You have like glass shards in your face, and you're missing a tooth, and there's salsa all over you. The salsa's in the glass shard wounds.
We would immediately just jump to the tequila shot. Like, all right, it's time now.
Yeah, whoa. I just got the mic at a weird angle. But yeah, no. It would be time for tequila at that point.
Oh my god, yeah, definitely. I'm picturing the whole thing, and it was definitely funny. Yeah, we got off on a tangent. I don't even know how we got into this stupid game. Well, I guess just drinking. Mm-hmm. So I really want to play the game while drinking. Well, it is drinking. I guess I want to play the game while it's being recorded as an episode. That's where I'm going for the podcast.
Oh, that would be cool.
Because that would be fun. It's very competitive. So I think the competitive nature of it would be a lot of fun.
Get Richard in here.
Mm-hmm.
Get him real competitive.
Oh no. Especially if you... I was going to say put like money up for bet, but gambling is illegal in a lot of places.
We're not gambling with money. We've got chips. Whoever gets the most chips wins. And what we do with those chips afterwards, or if they have any significance, we'll deal with that later.
Interesting. We drive up to a gambling safe area, and then we decide what to do with the chips. Like, oh, hey, you remember those chips that we have for fun?
Oh, let's just put a monetary value to them.
Yeah, just for no reason.
Just for shits and giggles.
No. I realized that we were at the first Waffle House we found in this town. But, like, let's just figure it out. We all have double bags full of money. I really like how this situation is evolving. At first, it was just like, I'm starting a game. But now, all of a sudden, we have duffel bags of money.
That we're taking to a Waffle House in a gambling
safe area. That sounds great, which is generally around the mountains. I am super okay with this. Bring on the mountains.
That's a good point. Gambling, there's like a lot of gambling safe zones in mountainous areas.
Why is that?
I don't know.
How did the hillbillies figure it out?
Yeah, I feel like the mountains change as a person. You get up there and you're like, it's time to just gamble and shit. So
I mean, how true is that? That makes sense. You hear a lot of stories and you read like history and whatnot, and the further away from the coast you get, the more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not peasant.
Culturally diverse, maybe. I don't know.
Culturally diverse.
I don't know if that's the right phrase for it.
Definitely get more farmlandish, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the mountains, you don't really get super farmy.
Mm-mm.
So, like, you turn to moonshine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Coal. Anyways, it turns into hard labor rather than import export, like running a business kind of thing. So that kind of makes sense, I guess, in a sense. They care less about working with other people as they do with being able to work with your hand. There's a different value system there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck was I talking about before we
The
got
game,
here?
the game that you were creating.
Yeah, but now I'm talking about hillbillies and coastal people.
Um.
Talking about the gambling safe areas.
Yeah.
Less rules and restrictions and laws up there. Maybe that's why it was easier to negotiate. Or maybe because when we came in and stole the land from everyone who fucking lived here before us, we just shoved them in a tiny corner because our ancestors were complete assholes. That we didn't want those areas, so that's where the native people of the land lived.
Oh no, like in parts of like the West Coast, like in central US, the reservations, they like it's gambling safe because they're considered their own like independent nations or governments, so they can kind of make their own rules. So they're like, hey, so you took all your land or took all our land, so we're going to take all your money with gambling. So I mean, it kind of makes sense to me.
We're okay with it.
Yeah.
If only there were just more. We should have given them more land. See, that even that statement right there is fucked up. I should have given them nothing. It was theirs
like,
to begin with.
Maybe give them the country.
Yeah, that's a good start. Just let them have it.
just take it. We've ruined it. Just take it.
Can we buy land from you? Rightful owners.
Gosh.
I don't know. Gambling changes games though, man. I love it. I love it. It's a lot of fun. I also am really bad at it. Why would you love something that you suck so much at doing?
Oh, it's just the thrill.
It's just that one win you get.
Yeah.
You're just like, I need more.
Yeah, it's like that thrill that like going after that. You know, it's like a possibility. It's
Feed your passion.
Yeah.
You just you're all about it.
So I'm
like right now, I want to gamble. I want to play craps just to get it. Like,
where's the chips?
the chips are actually like right over there. We have like a little game shelf now. It's nice. 90s Trivial Pursuit. Speaking of Trivial Pursuit, played Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit for Thanksgiving over at my parents' house. So we're on brand still. It's still Thanksgiving themed. Okay, everyone watching and listening. And totally won. The hardest part was landing in the stupid middle of the fucking board. It's so much work. After you get all your pie pieces in, you have to go and land in the middle.
So is it like Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit? Oh, okay.
That is exactly
I thought you were
correct.
doing like a straight up Harry Potter trivia.
I used to have one of those games, but no, it was actual Trivial Pursuit.
Okay.
Do you need a minute to get comfortable?
I don't know. I was like, maybe I need some lumbar support, so I pulled that
And you
pillow
didn't
back.
like it?
I didn't like it.
What about the really big one?
I still probably wouldn't like it
Okay.
because I feel like when I lean back against it and I get really far away from the mic, I have to talk louder and it gets further away.
That's true. You just have to put like every single one of the pillows behind your lumbar.
Yeah.
Not about it right now. Not about it at all.
Not about it. I'm just gonna sit here and look extra engaged in this conversation with my one arm on my knee.
Very nice. Strike a stoic pose. It's like, hey, we're doing a podcast right now.
We're talking about things and stuff.
Yeah. There's a manly fire going on.
Manly fire. It's crackling quite aggressively.
Do you see this Christmas tree? There's a Santa Claus on it.
There's multiple Santa Clauses.
Wait, what? Oh,
There's a Santa Claus at the top.
There's also a Tengu mask.
I like that out of all those. That's my favorite.
Thank you. They're the mask of like mischief and fun, and they also have a very phallic shaped nose about them. It's ridiculous. That's what I want to get tattooed on the left side of my neck is a Tengu mask. But I'm like, do I really want a giant like dick looking nose tattooed on my neck? And the answer is still yes.
Yeah, you're like, I'm still good with it because...
Mask of devil of mischief? Sign me up, Captain.
And you're just like, probably only like 50% of the population would view it that way.
Is a giant penis on my neck?
Yeah.
50-50, huh? Alright.
Okay, I'm being... Yeah. No, I think it'd be fewer people because I know if I saw it on your neck, I'd be like, oh, I didn't know the actual name for it, but
Luckily,
I know what that is.
Well, I'm afraid that people are going to look at it and see a penis. Not so much know that it's a Tengu mask. That would be nice. But if you leave it up to the artist, assuming that they're not going to put a lot of focus on the phallic shape of the nose, then I think we're going to be okay. It was all of my faith, all my hope and dreams are in you. And I was about to say the woman's name. She's a tattoo artist in Savannah, Georgia. But I am not sure how to say it. So I'm not going to. I could say it both ways and apologize in advance. How does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Myra? Or Mira? Myra? It's one of the two.
Oh, yeah, I could see where that would be.
Mm-hmm.
How's it spelled?
I want to say M-I-E...
M-I-E?
R-A? We're going to do this live. We are Googling it right meow. By Googling, I mean...
I want to say it would be like Mira, but...
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's a weird one.
Well, now that I'm spelling it, I think it's M-E-I. Oh, yep. M-E-I-R-A.
Yeah, I'm lost on that.
Amazing work, though. This is absolutely beautiful stuff. She has really great, like, traditional style and some neo-traditional stuff. It's exactly the style that I want.
Dude, I just want that platypus.
Dude, that's not... Is it a platypus, or is it...
I'm pretty sure it's a platypus.
Are you sure it's not a Harry Potter
Maybe
creature?
I don't know, man. It looks like a platypus to me.
Oh, you... That is not a platypus, my friend.
Oh, okay. If it's Harry Potter related...
It's a niffler.
What's a niffler?
They're like the sneakiest bandits of the wizarding world. They love shiny things. And they have, like, they're marsupials. So they have little pouches and they shove everything in.
I remember that from the... Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what that is.
Okay, well, it looks like a platypus at first. To me. If the camera was closer, I would hold it up, and I'm like, if you didn't know exactly what that was, you'd be like, that's a platypus.
It definitely looks like a platypus.
But that makes sense with all the, like, gold and stuff around it, and it's like, shiny shit. Okay.
For listeners, I think you should Google this. Niffler does look like a platypus. Or you can just go to her Instagram page, because she's a brilliant artist. Her MEIRA_YAEL.
Yeah, this is really cool stuff.
Shout out to her. I know I've never been tattooed by her. Because of COVID restrictions, she doesn't want to do anything so close to the face and stuff, so the neck is like off limits right now, which is understandable. Plus, I don't have any money, so...
Dude, that was one industry that I, like, back when COVID became, like, the deal that it is now, I was like, holy shit, that's going to kill the tattoo industry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of shops have, like, come back under, like, different restrictions and stuff, so I'm like, okay, at least they're staying in business, but
I'm sure
I know for, like, probably, like, 5 or 6 months, they were probably just literally not making a dime. Like, nothing.
I know, I wonder what they were doing. They were probably getting... Well, there's only one check that was sent out.
I don't know. They would have to get some kind of support from the government or something. Yeah. So
I don't know. Unless they just have, like, side businesses as well, which would be really interesting. Yeah. But I'm glad that you like the Tengu mask ornament.
That's pretty solid.
And all the Santas on there. Alright, I guess the unconventional part of the episode is really going to come from us talking about things that we're thankful for. That maybe you haven't considered to be thankful for.
So what were we talking about last night?
Yeah. It's all the stuff we've been talking. And I was going to make a post of asking our listeners and followers of something that is something unconventional that they're thankful for that they don't think anyone else is thankful for. Like, for me, what's a good one? Well, it used to be when I was working at the bakery, and I would roll out the dough, and I would punch the holes, and there'd be the exact right amount of donuts to fill the tray up. It was just right out, so the whole thing was perfect and matching. Like, that's weird. That's unusual. It's like numbers lining up and matching perfectly. It's just, like, beautiful. Like, having an exact change. Yeah. Thank you very much. That just gets me going. I love that.
Oh man, then you just rolled right into another one. I was like, I am so thankful for when I like pull like change out of my pocket and it's literally the exact amount that I need.
When the fuck does that happen? That's like magic.
That's happened a couple times.
What?
That's happened more times than it hasn't, which is why I'm like, I don't like that. It's kind of weird.
I think now you got some magic powers
I don't
going
know,
on.
man.
We need to get you a wand.
I'm a change wizard. I don't know. I'm the change wizard. I take all the quarters out
incredible.
from under your driver's seat and turn them into things.
That would have been super helpful in this COVID time when everything was like, exact change
Oh,
or
yeah.
you die. Like,
Yeah.
oh, hold on, there's a change wizard in line. Change wizard, put your hand in my pocket. Does it work that way? Like if you put your hand in my pocket, will you pull out the exact change for me?
I don't know. I've never tried that.
Oh, you may have to fish around in there for a little bit. There's no change in there now, but I want you to see.
We'll just throw some change in there and go like get some fast food somewhere and be like, "What's that change you need?"
Can you imagine if we
Just
did that?
take it out and just drop it on the counter. It's the exact amount, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
It would be even better if you reach into my pants and pull out the exact change. They'd be
That's
like,
what,
the
well, that's what I mean. I
fuck?
just like I look at you and just like immediately just like way too aggressively dive into your like pocket and just like rip the change out. Like the pocket goes inside out and everything, and just rip it out and just like
Just rip the pocket out.
yeah, no, it's the cloth and everything. Just rip it out and then slam that shit down on the counter like I'm Yu-Gi-Oh playing like cards or some
Heart
shit.
of the
Just,
cards.
yeah, just slam that shit down on the counter. And they count it and they're like, holy shit, this is the exact amount. And I'm like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah, I knew I had 17 cents exactly in his pocket.
In his pocket.
Everyone else standing in line was like, oh my god.
Yeah. I'll be like, you come up here and order something next and I'll do it to you too. I just reach into some stranger's pocket and just rip change out and throw it down.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, but that's way over my comfort zone of getting close to people. I feel like you expect me to like be within a foot of this person. No,
That would be a really great skit to film.
it really would be though. Oh yeah, that would be funny.
That would
Some
be.
funny shit.
It's that fucking show that we were talking about. What is the name of that show? With the guy who takes things just a little too far.
Oh no, what was it?
I think you should leave.
I think yes, because I
Yeah.
remember when you first told me the episodes or the TV series name. I was like, "Wait, you want me to go right now?" And I got so confused that I was like, "Oh, that's the name of the show." Okay. I was like, I was a little hurt there at first. I was like, "Oh, he wants me to go." Okay, bye. So
It's just always a point in that fucking show. You're just like, oh, it's still going on. And then you're like, oh, I'm so thankful it's still going on. That is perfect.
dude, when it was like one of the last episodes where he's like sitting there choking on his food or something, and he's
He
just
doesn't
like,
want to like cough and look stupid in front of the guy.
and he just keeps going with it until the like EMS people show up and they're like dragging him out, and he's like,
I'm so embarrassed. I turned in front of a cool guy.
yeah, no, I'm just like, I cannot wait for the second season of that, if they're gonna do one or not. I don't know what's going on with that,
I
but
have no idea. I don't know how that works.
it was funny. God, that was funny.
That's absolutely brilliant. I think about that shit all the time. It's like everyday life when you're just standing in line. It's like, what if? What if? It's like just scream for absolutely no reason. Like, oh yeah, who left us here? Who the fuck left us here? Just like lose it for nothing, and then immediately act like everything's okay. To me, that would be hilarious. I would cry laughing. But I feel like most people would find that not amusing.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are just like too worried about like the whole of the public setting and everything. They see something like that and immediately would get like offended or feel like they have to react to it instead of just sitting there and being like, what the fuck is going on right now?
I agree with that.
So
Dude, speaking of that, I saw a video of a guy dressed in a rat suit. Right? Like, totally, like, toe-to-head rat suit. Had a fucking tail on it. Had big floppy ears. It was, like, a gray, traditional-looking rat suit. With a twin mattress-sized slice of pizza. It was a fake slice of pizza, but it was huge. And he was on all fours with it in his mouth, dragging it from the subway in New York City up the stairs. And there's only like one fucking person that's like, oh shit, let me stop and take a picture of this. Everyone else doesn't give a goddamn shit. There's a guy that's walking down the stairs that the man rat is climbing up because he's going backwards. So he's like backing up when this pizza's in his mouth. It's just like dragging it. And this guy's so polite, or just so doesn't give a fuck, that he just hops over the edge of the stairs the last few like feet and just like, all right, yeah, whatever, I'm out of your way. Continue going, Mr. Rat person. What the fuck?
That's awesome.
I'm thankful for crazy ass motherfucking people that can do absolutely insane, bizarre shit that makes it so entertaining to watch on the internet. Like, how often do we thank the heroes of doing stupid shit on the internet?
Well, just like not caring, like they just
Not at all.
do it. Like they're so just fine with themselves. They don't give a fuck. They just do these things.
I know. Could you do that? Could you dress up as a rat and drag a piece of pizza?
Okay, I want to say yes if like I was completely in this rat costume. Like
The only thing showing was like a circle of his face.
that I couldn't do. If I was like
People
my
could
face,
still recognize
yeah.
you.
Well, not even like the recognitions. I could not like my face. One would turn like blood red, and two, like I don't even know. Like I would be making too much eye contact with people. I wouldn't be able to do it. But if my face was covered, I feel like I could maybe do that. Maybe.
You know, there's something
hard maybe
to consider that it would be a bolder statement to do that down here in the South where you don't see that kind of thing versus New York where it's like that's just like fucking normal.
That's
Like I
just-
said,
yeah.
there's one person that was taking a picture of that aside from the other person that was making the video. But I'm like, that's ridiculous. If you did that, granted we don't have a subway system in Somerville,
it would be full of water 24/7.
but if someone dressed up as if someone dressed up as a rat and drug a giant piece of pizza through Hutchinson Square, oh my god, people would just
The
be
police would show up.
like, what the fuck is happening?
It would be the,
Oh, it would be in the papers like local psycho dresses up as a rat and drags pizza.
that's so true though.
It would be insane. It was like, local rat attracted all the 800 meth users. Like, is it time to swarm together? What? Did you tell the heroin
All
addicts?
800 meth users.
Oh,
Oh my god.
they were ready. They also brought rat costumes.
They also they were already in them.
Yeah.
And in them. Words are hard right
We
now.
decided to save money and spend it on meth, so we're just gonna look like rats instead of wearing a costume.
Is that how Chuck E. Cheese started?
Pretty much. I mean, the pizza tastes like they were doing drugs when they made it.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it processed enough? No, do it again.
I'm doing it again.
Send it through. It needs to be a little bit more plasticky. You know, I like the smell of burnt plastic when I eat my pizza.
Dude, I've never had a Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Dude,
I cannot speak from experience on that one.
Oh, dude, there was a time where Chuck E. Cheese pizza, like, there's a day of the week when I was in, like, middle school or some shit like that, and the pizza for the day was Chuck E. Cheese pizza. And it might have been, like, elementary school where, like, you're younger and, like, whatever, your chance of surviving is higher, so just eat the worst thing you could possibly eat. And it's
Your body's still growing. It'll be fine.
the early 90s. Who gives a fuck right now? It doesn't matter. Just go out there, eat this. It was straight cardboard. It was the worst. Having to have like the jaw power to chew through the through the dough, it's like intense.
It's like chewing double bubble gum after like after not even 20 seconds. It's like after 10 seconds it turns to like clay, and you're like,
But we had necks just like Mr. T. It was intense. I think dogs feared us in that grade.
Oh my
Just because,
gosh.
Like, oh shit, we're not gonna bite him. If they bite us back, we're losing an arm.
yeah, instant amputation.
Yeah, just going around chopping shit down.
You've got like muscles on the sides of your head that just like bulge right the fuck out. It's like
What happened to you? I'm a new human.
I ate a Chuck E. Cheese pizza. That's what happened.
This is a full year of Chuck E. Cheese pizzas.
Yeah. I got the jaw muscles of a fucking shark.
Does that mean you never went to Chuck E. Cheese?
No, I went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay, you just never ate the pizza.
Yeah,
How's that even possible? How do you go to Chuck E. Cheese but you don't eat the
because
pizza?
that was like my family. They would
Did
just
you
be
eat,
like,
wings?
"We're gonna take you to
You
McDonald's."
didn't eat food.
Huh? Yeah, we would never. So like, if we went to like a baseball game, we wouldn't get any snacks or anything. We were just there, and my dad would bring like a PB&J.
Wow.
Like hide it and bring it in there and be like, "We're eating this," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, little me. I'm just like, "Oh, food." But I'm like, why can't we get some cotton candy or something? My dad's like, "No, it's too much."
He has a
Like,
good point.
It's the early '90s. That cotton candy was like 50 cents. Now it's like $8. So
Yeah, but $8 is worth 50 cents.
yeah, so it's the same.
It's organic cotton candy. Okay.
But
It's vegan cotton candy. There are no animals harmed in this.
in the making of this sugary
Yeah.
treat. But yeah, no. If we went to like Chuck E. Cheese's or something, you wouldn't like. We were just there for Chuck E. Cheese's, not for anything else.
Honestly, your health is probably better because I would say that, but your health is pretty shitty.
Yeah, my health is all over the place.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's like just from like my upbringing. I think that's just my diet. Like I don't.
Really? I was gonna say you had a good diet. Do you not?
I got a pretty good diet, but there for a little while I was just like wings, beer,
We all need a fuck it moment.
and candy, and that was like
Yeah.
my early 20s, and I was just like, this is what I'm.
You have the craziest sweet tooth of anyone I've ever met.
Dude,
And it's
oh,
candy. You love candy.
I fucking I don't even get me started on this, man. If you take me to a Publix and I see some sour Starburst, I'm getting that bag and I'm gonna eat it in the car ride home.
Have you been to the fair that comes here?
No.
Or obviously we didn't have it this year. But the Coastal Carolina Fair, when it comes to the fairgrounds, as they call it, is where the flea market is. There's this building, and it's just candy. And you buy like a bag of candy. You're like, oh yeah, whatever this weighs at the end, this is what we're paying for. And you're like, what? And it's just a giant bag. And you go around and there's just like boxes of every fucking candy you can imagine.
That's so dangerous,
From,
though.
like, all around the world.
Oh my
dude.
god.
Anything you could possibly imagine. All the candies. And you do this maze of hitting
It's a
all
maze
the
of candy.
And you're looking at all the other diabetics in the line. And you're just like, wow. How are you going to get past the Snorlax? Oh, that's a person. Wow, look at all this candy.
God.
And you leave with like 8 pounds of candy and you spent like $65.
You know, that's where I'm like, it can get dangerous because I'd be like, oh, this grocery bag of candy that I have now that weighs 20 pounds. And I get up there, I'm like, oh, this won't be that expensive. They put on the scale and they're like, it's going to be $350 in a kidney. And I'm like,
In a kidney.
okay, here you go. And I eat my little gummy sharks or something.
Oh
And
my god, dude. Seriously, and it happens like, I think the fair starts at the end of the night of Halloween.
oh my gosh.
So it's not even like you can buy a bunch of weird ass candy and give to people as an excuse. It's like, no, we all know that this is for you. You're treating yourself to a lot of sugar.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I've had to like try and cut back on candy as I'm getting older. I'm like, I really want it. I really want to eat that taffy. I really want to eat, dude. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
what's your favorite? What is your favorite? What are you most thankful for, candy wise?
Oh, candy. Oh shit.
Hit me with the weirdest candy that you love, I guess. Or give me your favorite first, and then the weirdest.
My favorite first candy's probably got to be High Chews.
What?
I fucking love High Chews.
I don't even know what that is.
They're like this. I don't know. For the longest time, when you buy them in the States, they were like in Japanese, like lettering and everything, like in the bags.
How do you spell that?
HI. I think CHU. I think maybe, or maybe it's CHEW.
Yeah, it's exactly the way it sounds.
It's a high CHEW. Okay.
Yeah, CHEW.
Um.
I was like fruit chews.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, they're so freaking good.
Oh, they have them at Target.
Yeah. For the longest time, I
Yeah,
couldn't.
I know.
Yeah, I know every place that sells high cheese. No, but so for the longest time, the only place that I could get them in Roanoke was at this like craft store. It was like a it was like A and something, or I forgot what the name was. But one day, my old roommate, she came to the house and had a bag of them. And I was like, "Where the fuck did you find this?" And she's like, "At the craft store, like at the mall." And I was like, I was there that day, and I bought like 3 bags of them.
Did you also get crafts?
No, I was just there for
They
the
were on a
candy.
mission.
It was
It's
so
just there
weird.
for the candy.
Yeah,
You
it
probably
was.
didn't even see anything else. It was like tunnel vision, just candy.
I saw them and I just went straight for them, grabbed 3 bags, and it felt so weird going into a craft store and walking out with this like really weird candy.
That's amazing.
But yeah, those things are my freaking favorite. Now Publix carries them, so I can get them like on the regular.
I feel like that's also a weird candy. Like, I don't know of anyone else that eats that.
It's.
You answered both of my questions in one answer.
But I don't know if it's like the weirdest candy I've eaten. I'm trying to think of like.
Have you ever had any candy from World Market?
Yeah.
Which is also like
It's always like some
Cost
like.
Plus, I think is its other name.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, but they're like weird, like hippo marshmallow candies, like caramel. They got some weird shit from around the world that's candy.
Yeah, they've always got something really like bizarre in there, and I feel like that's probably where I had like my most like weird candy.
It's good stuff. They used to have these like raspberries and blueberry or blackberry candies that you would eat. They would look exactly like the berry, and then you would eat it. And it's kind of gummy,
But it's like crunchy on the outside.
but it's kind of crunchy at the same time.
I know exactly
It
what
kinda,
you're
like,
talking about.
Chalky all
Yeah.
at once, and you're like, "This is weird."
The weirdest sensation. There's
You're
Oh
eating
my
it. You're
God.
like, I don't know if I want to eat another one, but then you finish. You're like, I'll need another one.
Yep. I need more.
Yeah.
Turns out that chalky's really the cocaine that's in there, and you're just like, oh, I want this.
No, if it
This
was
is
cocaine,
delicious.
you wouldn't want to eat.
No. But yeah, it was God. I'm trying to. There's like this one. It's usually like Japanese candies are almost always like hands down the best. Like
Don't they have like something called like pokey? They're like little steaks.
yeah, like they've just got like all this like really weird stuff, and it's like does all the like you'll eat it, and it's like not only is it a flavor sensation, but it's like an experience. It's like a physical experience.
And you fucking salesman right now.
Yeah, and it's like you eat this shit, and it's like not only does it taste amazing, but it's doing things that you've never known food could do.
Oh, what have the Japanese
Like,
done?
yeah.
I mean, sushi almost does that on its
Yeah,
own.
that's why I'm like, those people know how to
Yeah.
make some interesting food, man.
How about this? Something I'm super thankful for, and I think we both are. I'll speak for both of us right now. The Japanese.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you. Just changing our world, not even just like technology-wise, but candy-wise.
Candy-wise, food-wise.
Real small, real subtle. Like, people don't thank you enough for the candy that you make.
Oh no. Like just all the food.
Mm.
Like I love Japanese food. Oh my god.
That sounds awesome. But before we get into that, we're about halfway through, I think. So I suggest we take a pee break, replenish our drinks,
Yes.
and then take that tequila shot to kick
And
off
take
the
that
last
tequila
round.
shot. Hell yeah.
All right, everyone. Enjoy this word from me. All right. Welcome to the halftime show. This is brought to you by Baked Cat Studio. Like I said before, we have a Black Friday sale going on. So you can hit up our stores and type in WAP Candy. Yeah, it pops up as like an announcement bar when you hit the website. It's like, yo, what up? Get 20% off WAP Candy. Shit's dripping. Go for it. Get yourself some sweet shit for Christmas. Oh my god, that was spot on noise. Well done. Guys, we rehearsed this noise beforehand. It was perfect. And I told him he had to make the exact same noise whenever I pointed at him.
I think it came out.
I think he did it. Yeah, I 100% agree. And so, there's a few things I want to do different in this segment. Since I think our ability of... Yeah, boy, you open that with your wallet. Anyway, so...
I'm an alcoholic wallet.
Anytime we hear the phrase alcoholic, all I can think about is the guy from Fun with Dick and Jane. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's also the father from Step Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same guy, but he's he's an alcoholic and he just constantly drinks all day. It's fucking hilarious. I'm like, well, if every alcoholic's like that, which is not, but that would be funny. I digress. So what I want to do this time, is we're gonna take this tequila shot, really kick it off, and I've got another liquor drink. So I plan on getting drunk in this round, and we have probably like 45 minutes left, I think, for the sweet spot. Now, if we go to 2 hours, so be it. Whatever, man. At that point, who cares, right, Eric?
It's a Thanksgiving special.
Exactly. When we're thankful for the ability that we can do this, we're thankful for having alcohol and for food, and those are the normal things that people are thankful for.
And how smoothly everything's coming together.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
just like it was rough when we all when we met, and then things just got better.
And it keeps getting better and better, and I love that, and we're super thankful for it. But I also want to go through this list of unconventional things to be thankful for that I literally just Googled and clicked on the first link that I saw. And I'm looking at some of the options. I'm like, wow, some of these are really fucking stupid. And so I thought, who better to shit on these people's happiness than Eric and I? So we're going to drink some more. We might talk about, we got a few more things to talk about, but then I want to go through this list of 89 things. And it could be as simple as like, yeah, I agree with that. No.
If there were 20 less, they could have 69.
They already failed.
Yeah, they already fucked up.
That could have been another unconventional thing to be thankful for. That actually is a really good one. When anything lands on like 69 or 420, I'm always like, yeah, nice.
That's like my roommate and I always keep the upstairs air at 69.
Nice.
Just because downstairs 71, upstairs though is always 69. Because we think it's funny. Because we're mature.
Yeah. You have to have something 69 related at all times.
Yeah.
100% agree. Absolutely. Hey, now, are you going to get in this? Huh?
He's like, I'm over here just being a cat.
I know. Poor guy. He doesn't like carpet.
He doesn't like carpet?
Big old weirdo. He used to like carpet. Oh, he just got in a box.
Oh my god, I can't take this right now.
I am so proud of him. He got in a box. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get a box. He jumped on the studio equipment. But still, I'm proud. He's like the mascot for Big Cat Studio. It was like the best studio cat that we've ever had. And really the only one. And he hates the fact that he can't get up on the storage unit or the storage shelf with all the fresh clothes that we haven't printed on. Like, no, you can't get up there and lay on everything, get your fucking cat hair on everything.
Wait, he can't jump up there? I figured he could get up there easy.
Oh my god, he totally can.
Yeah, I'm like, I've seen him places where I was like, how the hell did he get there?
That's a good point. I think I have no idea to that answer.
Like, why hasn't he?
I have never seen him do it. I don't know. He only likes to crawl through the window area, which you can tell it blocked with boxes. Mm-hmm. Whatever, cats are weird. But he's amazing. He's super strange, but he's the best. So I know for one of the unconventional things I thought was fucking brilliant that Ben, someone from Oak Road, gave us when we were talking about the subject for the day is when you take a really huge shit. I mean, it's not only does it feel good, but it's a big one. It's like you kind of watched your stomach like go down a little bit. You feel relieved. You weigh out a little less. You're
like the purge has happened.
Exactly.
I'm a new person. I have released all of the toxins from my body.
It can go two directions. A is the direction that Ben was talking. So when you go to wipe your ass, and there's like, oh wow, with one wipe, there's just nothing. That was the cleanest poop. It's just like magic just happens. Like I just emptied my entire body. No poop left over.
I purged the demons and there's not a trace.
Which, side tangent, is the only time toilet paper is acceptable for that situation. Is when you don't have like any fucking poop left on your butthole. In any other situation, you should 1000% get some kind of bidet. I want one of those Hello Tushies so badly. I didn't even put that on my Christmas list. I need to send that to my stepmom. Because seriously, like, why are we trying to dry rub poop in our buttholes when we can just wash it with water and everyone is happier? You save the planet more. You use less paper.
But you'd also end up using more water.
So, water's replenishable.
We have a finite amount.
No, we don't. You can always make more. It's just H2O.
It's just 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen getting it on.
Yeah. Just make laboratory water. It's easier, I think, to get water than it is for trees and paper, right? Like, if you had to choose between one or the other, you would go with using more water versus more paper, right?
I don't know. It depends, because a lot of toilet paper, I think, is made out of the, like, waste pulp from making paper. So it's like, it's either going to get composted or trashed, or they just make toilet paper out of it. So.
Well, that's a huge flaw in what I was saying.
But I'm like, don't quote me on that. They might be chopping down like half the rainforest so we can wipe our asses, but...
Well, still, I mean, that's a perspective I hadn't considered.
No.
So, yeah, it's a solid point. All right, so in this situation, like, consider Hello Tushy. But also, like, do your own research. Like, maybe TP is not the worst option. I will say for cleaning your butthole, the bidet is definitely the better option.
But then you got a wet asshole.
No, and
How you
then
dry
you
it?
can just...
Is there like a little blow dryer on there? It's like
Why don't you just take
up in your asshole to like dry everything out.
They don't ever talk about that.
Yeah, or you just get up and your ass is like dripping water and you're like, well, time to put my pants back on.
If there's a blow dryer like drying your asshole, does it blow air up your butt? Like, do you have to like fart a lot after you use the bidet? Just like, sorry guys, it blew air up my butthole and I gotta get it out somehow.
Will I blow up like a balloon?
Does it make me constipated when I use a bidet? Like, no, it's just water. There's no air drying function. But I mean, I'm curious. I wonder if there... I don't know.
I'm like, I feel like you walk away from that with a wet asshole.
Do you have to use toilet paper to dry your butthole afterwards?
I know. There's so many questions.
So if you're using...
questions.
I know, right? This is where we go. If you use the bidet to clean your asshole, like, for like saving the planet, it's probably less effective for saving and restricting the uses of things. Because if you also have to use toilet paper to dry your asshole, and you're using the water to spray your asshole, then you're using twice the amount of things.
Yeah.
But you just have the cleanest booty ever. If you're doing a lot of anal, this is the only way to go. That's like the only option. Like, you have to get like, imagine, oh my god, I feel like
the porn industry could make millions off these.
Oh, I feel like they have bidets in like every porn house ever. But I was thinking, like, waxing people are probably so grateful for people who have bidets. Like, oh yeah, let me wax your asshole. I am super thankful there are no dingleberries stuck in my way right now.
I'm literally putting this into Google, how to dry your butt after using a bidet.
Thank you. I feel like we need to have this. We cannot move on until we have this answer. I don't think this is what Ben expected when he gave us this, what he's thankful for. Although I will agree with him, the moment where you don't have much poop.
No.
It died?
It died.
Dude.
I
thought you were just showing me the fact that...
Can we list things that we're not thankful for?
Samsung
batteries.
Yeah.
It says I'm at 5% and I'm Googling something and all of a sudden my phone shuts off because it's now at 1%. How did it go from 5% to 1% in like 20 seconds worth of time? Not thankful for that.
How are you supposed to dry after using a bidet? If your booty is too busy to hang around for a few minutes to air dry, you can pat dry with a tiny bit of toilet paper. You'll reduce your toilet paper usage, which will save you money and is good on the earth. Or you can use... Oh my god.
What?
The next sentence I'm about to read. You have to be a... Fuck you. What? Okay. If you don't want to use a little bit of toilet paper to pat dry your butt, and you don't want to sit around for that motherfucker to air dry, you can use, and here's the key word, a reusable
hand
towel. If you're an advanced pooper. This is from Hello Tushy. Which, guys, I want to say I'm on your side. If you want to support, like I said, podcast and send it Hello Tushy, I will. Oh my God, you don't know the amount of marketing and videos and things that I will post and talk about.
Just on that alone.
Yeah, seriously.
Day one with the Hello Tushy.
Let Satan be your spokesperson. I will say hello to my Tushy all the time, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, that's what they say. A reusable hand towel? I guess at that part. So in this situation, this is a bold claim, and I like boldness. I have to appreciate that they're saying that their product cleans your butt so much that you can reuse a hand towel when you dry your butthole. It's that clean.
I feel like I'm gonna fuck with these people that came to my house and be like, they're gonna be like, "Where's the toilet paper?"
It's just a
like,
hand towel.
Don't worry, it's the hand towel. And then they're like, "What have I done?"
You have to spray your butthole
Be
down.
like, there's billions and billions of poop particles on your fingers now.
What if the moment they sat down, like the weight triggered something that like swung in front of us like a sign? It's like, oh hey, you may notice there's no toilet paper. Before you start shouting down the hall for me, realize that we have a bidet. Politely spray your butthole down. And either let it air dry or pat it with this one. Don't worry, it's clean. I haven't used it today. Is that everything that you need to know? Just like, I haven't used it today. Ew, it's a fresh butthole towel. They shouldn't even call it a hand towel. It's just for your butthole.
There's like a towel with an H on it, that's for hand. There's a towel with like an M on it, and that's for like cleaning your mouth or something when you've like brushed your teeth. And there's a towel that's just got a B on it. And then people are like, "What's the B towel for?" And you're like, "That's for your booty.
Yeah.
That's the booty towel."
You pat dry your butt with it.
Yeah. Oh man, we went on for a while on that one.
Yeah, but we also came to an answer, and I like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, all of this discussion just makes me want to get a Hello Tushy even more. I'm more interested in getting a bidet.
My only concern
I
would
honestly want to message them. Like, is there anything we can work out here? Like, is there any creative relationship? I need this. And they're probably just going to be like, well, then spend the money and buy it.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys.
Well, that's no fun.
I'm a poor artist. I'm trying to get you more money.
But, my question, though, is, like, it says this thing, like, spray your asshole down after you flushed, or...
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was concerned about, because I was like, what if you had, like, the real bad shits, like beer shits, like Black Friday blowout shits, and this thing just...
It doesn't use the same water.
Where does the water come from, though?
From the tank.
But where does it... It's gotta come up from out of the bowl somehow.
No, it comes from clean water.
Yeah, but where's it spraying out of?
Oh, it's something that connects underneath the seat. And it's like a little nozzle that pops up in the back. It's like, boop, boop. You have to like...
Don't like this at all.
You kind of have to perfectly align it to where your butthole is going to be.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my questions. Like, what if you're just, like, too far forward or back on this thing? You either get shot in the back of the head or you get a taint wash. Like, like...
Oh, both those places need to be clean. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm just like...
That's how you get a quick shower.
Is there like
you really want to jump in? No, just have the bidet spray you a little bit.
Well, I was going to say, I'm like, do I have, like, a little laser rangefinder or something that's, like, locked on asshole? Just, yeah. Beep, 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 beep.
Just have, like, a Karen voice popping over. Booty hole locked.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you, Karen.
I'd be like, no, thank you.
Spray it away.
You can not do that.
God. Alright, do you know how good you feel when you have to go out at night? Now, granted, I don't know how often, like, my listeners are going out and partying, especially during COVID and the ridiculousness that is that. But on the events that you have something fancy to dress up, you know, you're spending, like, you're getting ready, like, hours in advance. You're like, all right, I'm shaving, I'm trimming, like, fingernails, maybe I'm putting, like, fingernail polish on, my beard is going to be, like, perfect and pristine. I'm, like, shaving my head, maybe, making sure that's all good. I did like 50 push-ups to get a nice pump on. I'm showering, I'm trimming body hair. And you feel good when you finally put all the clothes on. You're like immaculate. You're beautiful. You're going out there. You're feeling confident. Imagine how much better you would feel knowing how spotless, fucking spotless your asshole is. I mean,
I was like, maybe he's going into something new. Nope. Right back. Bring it right back.
You've got to feel like the best ever. I don't think I've ever felt that good in my life. I've been more confident in like certain situations, especially I've taken like, oh yeah, we're going to pregame, take a couple shots, I'm feeling really good. I'm a little warmed up. I got the energy flowing in me. I'm now feeling really good. I'm ready. Let's go out. I'm not going to hit on the girls because my dick is the size of a peanut, but I'm feeling good about the way that I look. If my asshole...
My booty's so clean.
...was so clean that you could snort cocaine lines off of it, bro, you could do anything you want. It's like being limitless. Like you took those pills with Justin Timberlake and like, guys, I see everything. I'm ready for this. Oh wait, no, it's Bradley Cooper. Sorry, not Justin Timberlake. Oops.
I was like, I didn't know he was in that movie.
He wasn't. He was in the Time movie, which is really good too. But I want that. I want to feel that level of like, I own this body that is mine. This meat sack that belongs to me is the cleanest it's ever been in its entire life.
This pristine meat sack.
Yeah, do you think aliens do that when they abduct you? They're just like, we're just going to toss you in a pressure washer. It's like being thrown into a human washing machine and an air dryer.
It's like
There you go.
what was it, the cat washing machine, but for humans? Have you seen that on YouTube?
No, but I watched a defeathering machine with a chicken the other day.
There's some like animal machines that I'm just like make me very, very angry, and the cat washing one is one of them.
Oh, but is the defeathering of a chicken one of them?
I have not seen that, and I'm sure I will get very, very angry watching it.
Oh, well then, I'm not going to say the other thing I was going to say.
Oh, my legs.
But they're dead beforehand. Does that make it any better?
A little bit better, yeah.
Okay.
Like if you pop a live chicken in there and you're just like blow all the feathers off at one time.
Oh, it's worse than that. I don't think you're gonna laugh. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. I'm trying so hard not to laugh right now.
We're all terrible on some level. I laughed at the cat washing machine. It was funny, but I hated myself for laughing at it. And then I hated the whole process.
I cursed the person who showed me the video of this defeathering machine because I snorted with laughter. That's not the reason I cursed them. I cursed them for showing me something that they knew I would feel bad about laughing at. But it did not stop me from crying with laughter, so
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that. I'm okay with the fact that I laughed. It doesn't matter. You guys aren't going to enjoy it. It's fucking hilarious, okay? I do not support chicken farms. I'm super against that. If I'm buying eggs from the grocery store, I'm trying to buy like the most humane, organic, like we're trying to do goddamn stupid fucking research in this stupid fucking grocery store.
I only buy chicken eggs from Colin.
That's beautiful, and you should. Local farms, you know that they're treated well, and they're happy, or you know that they're treated poorly, and you shouldn't buy them. Either way, that you fucking know. That being said, I do not support chicken farms. That is disgusting, and it makes me so irate. It's insane, and I can go on a soapbox about this forever. But the machine that they made for defeathering a chicken, once it's dead, and we are here to consume and use all of the parts of the chicken, it's fucking hilarious. It's like a wet cement turning bin. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Like, so that's like the 3 legs, and it's just like a bowl. But there's these like these rubber fingers that stick out like this, like 6 inches long.
So it's like a drum filled with like dildos. You just drop the chicken in.
And it spins around in a circle. And you're like, what's this gonna do? And then they just put this chicken in there while it's on and rotating. Why am I doing this? We've come this far. We're going on the way. I encourage you to watch the video because it is funnier than I'm going to say this. Look, that chicken bounces around all over the place. It's like, and at first you're like, oh my god, this is awful. But then it keeps going on and you're like, oh my god, why am I laughing so hard at this? And then he pulls out this chicken and it doesn't look damaged at all. It's not like there's bruises or anything is broken or it's like fucked up in any way. It just looks like a regular chicken that he just picked up. And it is pristine.
It's one
it is bald.
butt-ass naked
It
chicken.
has no feathers on it. And you're just like, wow. Wow. I just watched that video of this chicken bouncing around a fucking barrel and is bald. And I'm sitting here like crying, laughing at this.
It went in with feathers. It came out with none.
It's absolutely hilarious. And the person who showed me is a very humane, conscious. That's a duck feather.
Yeah, I was like, you've been defeathering chickens on this couch.
That's stuff you gotta deal with when you go to someone's house that's not a peasant and they have down pillows. I know. It's like the more torture that it takes to get something, the more bougie people love to show off that they have it.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, I would like to think that that chicken was treated fairly and it was loved all up into the point that it was ready to be used for human growth and success. And I respect the chicken and I thank it for its service and its nutrition blessed upon us humans who are shitbags and don't deserve it. That being said, again, let's do this tequila shot because that tangent was unnecessary and I regret saying it out loud. Let's go.
All right.
Cheers to regrets.
Cheers to regrets.
I'm just kidding. It's Thanksgiving. Cheers to being...
I was getting ready to say cheers to being thankful.
Yes. Thankful for sacrifice. Woo! Tequila! Woo! Mm-hmm.
Thankful for agave.
I know, right? I just got like goosebumps all over my body. I'm feeling good. Feeling about it. I'm going to chase that tequila shot with some whiskey and sweet tea.
And I'm like, I feel like my liver's just like, oh, here we go again. Here we go dying again.
Well, if you think about it, this is what you've been preparing for.
For the last like 3 days.
I was going to say for like your entire life. You prepared for binging. Was it 2 nights in a row? That's not bad. Well, it's like getting shit-faced the night before and then drinking the day of and then realizing that you're almost hungover in the evening, then sobering up and then getting drunk again for the 3rd time. All within 48 hours.
Yeah, you just explained my last 2 days.
Yeah, so, me too. We have literally done this exactly together. Last night we met up at Oak Road and we played Friends Trivia, which we lost. Although, no, I disagree. I don't think we lost horribly. I think our points were horrible. But it just being the two of us and you not knowing any Friends Trivia, I think we held our own.
I got the one thing. That dude was the dentist.
Yeah, and that's
That was
beautiful.
the one thing that I'm holding on to.
That shot gave me hiccups, son of a bitch.
Yeah, same. There's one right there.
Agave.
Yeah.
Guess what we're not thankful for? Hiccups. My diaphragm freaking out is unnecessary. Please calm down. Thank you. However, so we went to Oak Road. We played French Trivia. We got completely drunk off of delicious lagers. We came home, and then both of us, knowing full well we had planned this in advance, that we were meeting up today around the time, like 5:30ish, that we were going to make an episode. We're going to be eating a little bit more Thanksgiving food. It's going to be like a really nice, like luxurious, like feast. And we're going to be drinking a lot. And we're going to be talking about unconventional things that we're thankful for that we're doing. However, both of us drank too much early in the day. We got here. We're setting up. And Eric, obviously, as we talked about, was on the floor. And I was not feeling 100%.
I could tell you were just kind of like,
oh god,
not feeling great when I got here, and that's why I was like, oh,
you talking
I'm
about
gonna lay on the floor.
It's perfect. I was like, awesome. I don't have to sit here and complain. He's not feeling it either. And then we like regain our life with those
Tortillas, man.
Yeah, man, just fucking golden tortillas. And then here we are, doing it all over again.
Yep.
But we do it for you, for a good show. Because I know for a fact I'm definitely drunk right now.
Oh, I'm getting there too.
All right, good.
I'm keeping that medium that I was talking about earlier, where I was like up here and then I went down here. I'm trying to get back to like that middle ground.
I'm on a rising medium.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna overshoot by a little bit, but
What time is it? 9:15. Pretty good. We're at an hour and 10 minutes. Not bad.
not bad.
Let's say hour and 30 was my minimum expectation. So anything after that, it's like just like extra shit. So I'm cool with that. Feeling pretty good about it. I don't have any other things that I'm thankful for. That is unconventional.
Oh, you know what I'm thankful for? Window defrosters.
Dude, okay. Fucking A, yeah.
That's like one of those things where in the morning I come out to my car, especially like back in Virginia, it's got like an inch of frost on it. Just hit that little button. 5 minutes, you're good to go.
Dude, why don't they put defrosters on the windshield? Do you know
That's
how
a
much
really
time that
good
would
point.
save?
There's
Like,
got to
I
be
don't-
some reason.
I don't care if they're thin lines going across my windshield. That's generally the least amount of shit that is on my windshield.
Yeah.
It would be so helpful because, like, if you don't have AC, like, I don't. I know. Living in the South, I've never had an AC vehicle. Whatever. Anyway, I can't ever get rid of defrost a lot of the times. And so having, like, the defrost lines, that would be amazing. Totally understand. It's
Yeah.
like, we don't think about that. We take it for granted every day.
Yeah, it's like one thing I'm like,
Electricity.
somebody was like, hey, we should put these little magic lines on here. You hit a button and makes all the...
Seriously, it is
ice go
magic.
away.
It happens so fast.
Yeah, that's what amazes me. I'm like, it doesn't, like, I felt them. I'm like, they don't get hot. What are they doing? Like, what is this automobile magic that's
I've
working
never
right
touched
now?
them. So it's like I turn it on, I'm driving, and like 3 lights later, you look back, and like,
I could see.
that's like the cleanest window ever. When did it go from like frozen to like perfectly
And not only
visible?
does it go from frozen to like perfectly visible, but it's somehow cleaner than the day before the frost was even there. It's like magic. I don't know why.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, while we're at it, we're just gonna clean it up. It's like we have Spren running around cleaning shit, but you don't know what that is yet. Someday. Stormlight kind of thing.
Trying to think of what are...
Yeah, what are like weird, unconventional things that you're thankful for? Oh my god. When you perfectly slip through a yellow light before it turns red, like right as you pass underneath the light and you see that it turns red, you're like, oh yeah, I made it. That's amazing. I love it when the person behind me doesn't get to go through and I get to make it. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm that motherfucker behind you who just runs straight through the red light because I'm like, that guy got through by the skin of his teeth, so if there's any cops sitting here, he's probably going to let me go too. So-
It's funny because in those moments, I laugh at that person behind me. I'm like, yeah, I would have done that too.
yeah.
I'm like, kudos, both of us, we made it through. A camaraderie.
You were pals for life.
Fucking made it. Oh, that's fucking sweet. I love that.
What's oh god.
I know. I wanted to write some of these down, but I really don't have like a lot. I loved your shoe thing though. That was
My
good.
shoe thing.
Yeah, when the bottom of your shoe is clean.
Oh man. That's like the best feeling in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I love it because like I'll be back there in the roasting area and that floor gets like kind of dusty from the beans and shit.
Oh yeah.
And like I'll like sweep it and everything, but then like sometimes the bottoms of my boots like they're kind of tacky, so they like pick up a lot of dust and shit. So I'll just take like a towel that I'm getting ready to like toss in the dirty towel bin, and I'll just like wipe the bottoms of both of my boots, and it's like that first step afterwards. I feel like I'm motherfucking Spider-Man or some shit, like vertically impaired Spider-Man. Like I'm stuck on the ground, but goddamn, do my feet stick to shit, man.
Of all the friction.
Yeah, it's all the friction. It's like I just want to like play some b-ball for like 5 minutes because I know that I won't slip anywhere. Yeah,
Your friction, man.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It feels amazing. It's like one of my favorite things to do there. I'll just wipe them in. It's like my little thing.
I love that. Dude, the other day, one of the things that we were super thankful for when we were recording the 12 Years of Christmas videos, we needed to make a scene where we're caroling in front of a house. And we realized that, like, oh shit, we used up a decent amount of beer the other day that you were there, recording the first 2 scenes. We're like, oh, we don't have any beer, and we need to record now. We're like an hour and a half later than we need to be, and the sun is going down super fast. I'm like, oh my god, we're running out of time. We don't have beer, and the point of the skit is that there's a beer at the end, and we need to have a head if we have a beer on it. And we open up the fridge, and we're like, oh my god, we don't have any beer. And in the corner, hidden behind like the wall of things, was it one of those thin... Okay, I don't need any of my mental followers to hit me with this. So just go fuck yourself if you want to make a joke. Because beer is beer, and in the moment, this glorious Bud Seltzer saved our fucking life. It's hard to say it. I can't even say it without laughing.
It was a seltzer? It didn't seem like a seltzer.
It was a Bud Seltzer.
Huh.
We had like 3 of them. Anyways, because they're like the White Claw size fucking cans. Anyways, it was there. It's like those glorious things that you need one more. You always need like one more. And you don't think there's any more. But you just kind of like gamble. You're like, alright, I'm going in. I already know I've checked like fucking 5 times. But I am so desperate that I need to check one last time, and then you find it in that moment. Like Lucky Strikes is another great example, because Lucky Strikes come in this paper bag, and so it's super easy not to see a cigarette that is like tucked away in the corner, because you can't lift the whole thing up to see it. You have like a little port that you make for yourself when you rip open the hole. So it's really simple just to feel the bag and like, oh, it's empty. I'm like, all right, well, hold on. Let me double check the bag again. Like, oh my god. In the very farthest corner.
There's that one.
It's the magic cigarette that's just there.
It's just an immaculate chorus,
Yeah.
like, oh. You just like reach in there and...
It's everything you want. It could be like an oatmeal bag. It could be like a ramen bag. It's like whenever you feel the need and it catches up. That's a sweet spot. Something that we don't really think about very often.
So, I had a couple pass through my mind just now. Problem is, they all were like at one time, and I was just like, God damn it. Slow the fuck down. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all hit at one time, and I was like, oh, there's a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
It's that tequila.
How often do you go to like measure coffee and you get it dead on first go?
An uncomfortable amount of times where I'm like, I hate myself because I've been doing this for so long.
Oh, you just know exactly how much is in the scoop. You're like, all right, I need to fill this up. All right, that's perfect. Okay, fuck me.
Yeah, or I'll know exactly where it needs to be in like the bag that I'm putting it in. I just like pour it in there, and I'm like, oh, that looks like a little too much. I'll dump it out and wait, and it's like exactly on it. I'm like,
most of us
they're
will be
about
like,
to find a body in this warehouse, and it'll be mine.
See, I love this situation because most of us would be thankful that we have the skill to pull something off like that. Whereas you were like, I'm going to murder someone. I've been here too long.
Yeah.
I love the difference of emotions there. They're just so far apart.
Yeah, I'm not thankful for that at all. I'm just like, this is a constant reminder that I've been doing that industry for way too long.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. No, but man, another thing. Okay, so I don't know if you've opened like, for instance, so there's a bike part that I recently got for my mountain bike, and it was kind of confusing about how it was supposed to go on. It was like a chain tensioner for the pedal chain, And when I opened the packaging and I was like looking through all this, I was like, okay, maybe I should just like read the instructions. I go through the instructions and literally it said in the instructions, if you're at this point, it's probably because this is confusing. I was like, there is some motherfucker out there who is like, oh, this is gonna be confusing for somebody, and they're gonna finally gonna refer to the directions. I was like, there is somebody out there who thought that exact thing and put that in there because they knew it would happen and they knew that whoever read it would get a little kick out of it. And I was just like, this is why I love you guys.
The
like,
touche moment.
Yeah, this is where I'm like, oh, you got me, you sons of a bitches. And I read the instructions and I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. And I put it on there and it works great. So
well fucking played.
God, that's another thing that I'm thankful for is people that are like progressive thinkers like that just like know that that's going to happen. And then they like play it off as like, oh, so you're here now. So it means that it is confusing.
It's almost like more like, all right, someone's thinking like me because if I were them, this is what I would do.
Yeah.
And this is those exact moments. You're like, okay, I would have thought that I would do this unless I had that job. But now that I see that it is here, I recognize that we're one of the same.
Well, yeah, it's like
camaraderie ship of stupid punny intellect.
Well, it's like you've never even met that person, but now you've just had like a weird connection with that person because they're like, you son of a bitch.
And, they're sitting on the other and they're like, oh god, I hope someone laughs at this. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it was me. I raised my hand. I laughed. Thank you for making me putting this together less painful.
Yeah, I'm
comedic
like
relief is just so important sometimes.
I'd have to say one thing I'm thankful for is manufacturers or people who write that stuff that don't take it as seriously, and they're just it's just the little things like that.
Dude, I know it's so nice when it's comedic relief is like right. It's unexpected. I feel like sometimes, especially with like books and movies, you're like, any moment now, I could use a joke. That would be great.
And there it is.
But when it is truly 100% unexpected, like in an instruction manual, like, you don't belong here.
Yeah, that's why I was
just... There's a joke? Like, holy shit, that's amazing. I am all about it. That's a pure beauty. And super specific and unconventional, and I praise you for
I'm like,
such a good option there.
It's just like, little things like that. And it's, I don't know. There's a lot of that though in that industry though, because it's like everybody who makes these parts for the bikes and stuff have all like they're all bike riders themselves, so they just like they just know like when to like throw that in there or something like that, and that's where I'm just like another thing I'm thankful for is manufacturers actually take part in the things that they're manufacturing. So people
it's a fucking like factory just making shit.
It's not just somebody who's just making money off of it because they own the company. It's like a manufacturer who makes something that they actually use themselves.
So they understand where the
So they understand like the people that it's going to, and that's why I'm just like, I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Definitely something that we don't think about and thankful for often. I love that.
Thankful for that crackly ass fire right now.
Seriously, man, it is a game changer.
It really did change the mood and everything. Yeah. It feels very festive just because of that.
I was sitting here like, I want to do this exact setup with like every other follower I get for the rest of the year. I gotta finish up the season somehow. I need to get more people. It's like, we're just sit around a fire and a Christmas tree and we're just gonna talk around this. I think I'm gonna try it. We'll see how it goes. However, I have run out of thankful things. Actually, I have one more thankful thing. When you lay fingernail polish so perfectly in one go that you don't have to touch it and it just dries beautifully. Do you know how annoying it is to put on fingernail polish and then you wait a little bit and you're like, oh, I haven't moved in 3 hours, but somehow I've got a fucking chip in one of my fingers. And I don't know how it happened. It had every time. Like right now, I put these on today, and 3 fingers have chips that are just missing. I don't know how it happened.
I've got something that goes along similar with it.
Hit me.
when you get out of the shower or like when you're getting ready to go somewhere. And this goes along with like the bidet thing where you're getting all crisp and clean and shit.
Oh, bring me back to the bidet. Okay.
Yeah. Bringing it full circle, man. I get all crisp and clean and get out of the shower or whatever, dry my hair, and just dry it and put the towel on the rack, and I look and I'm like, it's fine the way it is. I don't have to do
towel?
anything. No,
your hair.
My hair. I'm like, don't even have to worry about it. Just like, just dry. Not even trying to do anything. I'm like, normally, like, that's about the extent of it. Or I'll, like, if it's, like, really fucked up, I'll just pull it to one side, and there we go. We're good to go.
Oh, yeah, when it's like your hair magically knows what you need.
Yeah. I'm like,
very rare.
this is going to be a good day. It's like that thing where you, like, pop off the bidet and you feel crisp clean. You're like, I feel like a new person.
Oh, yeah, you feel good.
Yeah.
The day is yours.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Also, I'll turn this around. When you think you're having a bad day, but the first thing, like first encounter, someone's like, "Oh my god, you look amazing today." Like, what the fuck? This is the day that I did not feel super hot and sexy, but the first thing you say to me is that I'm feeling like I look good. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take this day up to where I'm just feeling weird, but I look good. Thank you very much. Those are beautiful moments. You never know when like a subtle compliment is going to change someone's entire day, because they could feel totally ugly, and in that moment when you compliment them, it's a game changer.
That was something I was thinking about the other day. That was like, I wish I could, like, when I see something, I'm like, oh, that person, like, you're wearing the fuck out of that jacket, or like, I don't know, just yeah, that's why I'm like, I should just say that, but
fuck out of that jacket.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't know. It just doesn't process in my brain at the time that I should just, like, give that person a compliment.
Just go back and do it.
I know, but I track them down, like, 5 years later, and you're like, I saw you outside of Target, and you were wearing the fuck out of that jacket.
I remember.
And they're going to be like, what?
2010, December 18th, at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's really early. So it's even better because it's super specific.
Both of us were like, wait, why are you around? There's a Waffle House next door. That's where I was at when I saw you. Obviously, Target is closed.
It's 3 a.m. Obviously, Target's closed.
Yeah. What were you even doing? You look great, but what were you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have a good point. I think you should do it. I think you should try. Just backtrack and be like, you know what? In this moment, now that I finally remember that I should say this, I'm coming to your table in a cafe in the middle of your discussion. I know you're talking to someone. It's fine. I just want to tell you, I like your vest. Goodbye. And then just walk away.
Just see what they do.
Yeah.
Don't even wait for a reaction. Just walk away.
Yeah, see, in the moment, you thought it was going to be something positive, but when I really explained how it was going to lay out, you're like, I should not do that. That's a terrible idea. Like, who would want that? But this is the difference. You need to switch yourself. Put yourself in the other person's position. Imagine if you're just talking to someone like, oh my god, I haven't seen this fucking idiot in 10 years, and here I am having to sit down and have a conversation with them and catch up, and I don't even want to be here, I don't even look hot, and all of a sudden this guy pops up and is like, hey, by the way, that vest, you're killing it. Keep doing what you're doing. And then they disappear, and you're like, wow, that was weird as hell, but I feel good.
Yeah. Because, you know, they'll still be like, what the fuck? And then, but they still gonna be like, I'm wearing the fuck out of this vest.
Like, the day is weird, and I don't want to be here, but damn, I must look good. This vest is a power vest. I'm gonna wear this vest all the time.
All of a sudden, they're like the president of the world, and they still have that vest on. It's got some stains and random shit on it, but
yeah, there's blood somewhere.
Yeah, it was the power vest.
All because of you. You made that vest a power vest.
But that's why I'm like, yeah, you don't know by saying like just like one nice thing to one person each day. You don't know what that's gonna do.
It is literally a game changer. I stand by that.
But then,
if each of us says something like unexpectedly nice to one person every day, that's hard as fuck to do. You know how hard that is? It's really hard.
Yeah. Because then it's like it becomes a chore. And when it becomes a chore or a task, I'm just like, I'm not doing that. Don't tell me to do that.
Right? It should become a challenge more than a chore or a task.
Well,
Because a chore or a task, you're like, I just need to get it done so I can move on. But
and then
if
it's no longer like
challenge,
real. It's just like you're just doing it to
exactly,
get it out of the way.
If it's a challenge, like if you could legitimately compliment someone unexpectedly every single day, that's the challenge. Don't just like say something nice, but like, unexpectedly compliment them. I think it would drastically not only improve so many people's lives, but it also improves yours.
I'm like, I noticed like the handful of times I've like told people, I'm like, hey, I like you because of this, or like you're like just comment or compliment them on something. And it's like that relationship with that person like definitely changes, and then they become like so much more friendly with you. But at the same time, I'm like, I also don't like people. So that means
You don't like bad people.
well, like I like my privacy. I don't know. That's where I'm like, it's a double-edged sword at that point.
But it doesn't have to be. You just gotta explain it to them.
You gotta explain it.
Because think about
Hey,
it.
you're wearing the fuck out of that vest. You're an awesome person, but don't talk to me ever again. And there you go.
Look, what you're doing is showing a vulnerability, and you're opening up and you're showing honesty. It's like, I appreciate something that you're wearing so much that I want to tell you, so that although you're changing their day and you're opening up and you're complimenting them, they're also learning something about you, so that you appreciated whatever it is that you complimented. So they're going to think about that next time that they put the vest on, or next time they're like, oh my god, last time I put my eye makeup on this way, Eric said I nailed it, so I'm going to try and do my eyelashes this way every time. Or like, maybe this time when I do it, I'm like, I wonder if he's going to say something. They're going to think about it every single time. And it's going to continue to go in that direction. So really, you're also like opening up a bit of yourself whenever you compliment people, because you identify what you value.
I didn't even think about it that way.
People subconsciously are learning a little bit about you at the same time that you are complimenting them, and they're feeling good about themselves. And in doing so, your connection, like exactly what you said, kind of grows.
Yeah, because
so,
like more personal.
Exactly. So the ability to communicate, like, hey, I complimented you on this, but I'm not really like a super social person, is easier to manage when the bridge between relationships is, I was going to say relationships, but I just stuttered, so I said relations. When the bridge is smaller, it's easier to say these things. So, ironically, the more open you are and vocal you are with more people, the easier it is for them to understand that they shouldn't berate you every fucking day with fucking bullshit.
I like that.
I don't know if that really made any sense.
No, it made a lot of sense to
I've been
me.
drinking a lot. Cheers to that, my friend.
Mm.
Yeah. It sounded really good when I said it, though.
Well, we can even go back and say we're thankful for those people that do just say, hey, that shit looks good today. And they go on with their business. And
Dude,
you're
like random fucking strangers?
Yeah.
Like, random strangers. I love when that happens. Like you go, like you check out and the person at the checkout is like, I like your shirt. I'm like, oh my god, I don't even know you.
So, like, the handful of times that people have said stuff like that to me, though, the only time that I don't like is when people are like, your beard looks really good. And I'm like, don't look at my beard.
Why?
Don't look at my beard.
Why would you not want anyone to compliment your beard?
Because I'm just like, well, it's never, like, so it's always like another dude with a beard.
What?
And that's why I'm like, I'm just like, cool, bro, you got one too. Like,
I totally get that. It totally.
that's okay. That's why it bothers me. I guess
like
there's more
a-
to that story, but
It's like
that's
a
why it
dude
bothers
with like
me.
a lesser beard is like, oh man, your beard. Like, don't jack
no, it'll
off to
always
my
be
beard.
like there'll be like some dude with like a kind of like patchy beard or something. I can tell they're like trying to grow it out, and he's like, dude, you got a really good beard. I'm like,
It's pathetic, is what it is.
don't look like just no, just keep that to yourself.
Because that's like what they're doing. They're just like masturbating to your beard.
Don't. Oh God.
I wish I had a beard that was as good as his. Like, fuck. It's a thing. Like, I understand, like, your desperation, but, like, we're both just chanced by our facial hair. This is not a choice we have.
Mm-mm.
So it's uncomfortable when someone compliments you on something that you have, like, no say in the matter of. Which is your facial hair. Like, oh, dude, that's a great beard. I'm like, okay, cool. I had no choice in the amount of hair that grows here.
And I want to go back to him and be like, yeah, it's great, but guess what? When I shave that shit off, it's coming back like in 24 hours. I gotta shave it every single day. Like a lot of times I keep the beard because it's just less work.
It's less work.
It's less work in the end.
Dude, it's like an infinitesimal amount of less work.
Yeah.
And as we're talking about this,
it's growing and getting bigger. Like,
that's true. That's true. But I would really, really, really love to put a huge thank you, and like probably the biggest thank you of the entire 2020. Actually, out of all of my existence, I've drank enough that I can confidently say
It's a pretty big thank you.
The entire the biggest thank you. That
Holy shit! I got a brace for this.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. To all the women that shave anything consistently, that is the thank you. Because
it's a lot of work.
It is an insane amount of work. Can you imagine having to shave your entire fucking body? Legs, arms, vagina,
everything,
armpits, face if you need to, and there's just so many things. It's ridiculous. There was a time where my tattoos were like, oh yeah, look, I'm getting close to a full sleeve. I'm gonna shave my arms so like the tattoos look better. A shit ton amount of work. I tried to shave my torso so that I got a hairy torso, so I was like, that's ridiculous. Let's try to clean that up. Ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous. It is an insane amount of work. So dude, any female,
I just get pissy trying to shave around my Adam's apple.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I figured out some angles, just like so I don't like slice myself up anymore.
What do you use to shave?
Like a, what do you call them? A safety razor. It's like a straight razor, but double sided and a little like locking.
Do you have some that have like crazy like rotating balls so you can get those weird angles?
Oh shit! No, mine's like it's literally like a T. It's just like it's a T with a blade on the end.
School. Very nice.
Yeah. I like it because it actually like it's like it really shaves your neck.
Have you ever used the straight razor?
Yeah, I've tried it a couple times, but I'm
nervous.
Not so much nervous. I just fuck it up every time, so I'm like, I just avoid it.
To, especially after Sweeney Todd. I was very interested. Yeah. But honestly, like, shout out to all women who shave anything. Like, what a treat that is that we do not deserve as men.
It's a lot of work.
It's so much work, and goddamn, it's so nice. Just a bald landscape. Oh. All right, so moving on.
That's pretty big thankful of 2020.
I know. You want to go through some of these 89 stupid things?
Yeah, I'll shit on some stuff.
Oh my god, dude, my ear.
I'm always 100% down to shit on things.
Oh my god, I can't find it. Where did it go? I think I backspaced out of it. Okay, so we're going to take another break.
I would help you look that up, but my Samsung is dead.
Yeah, your stupid Samsung. That's fine. So we only have like a few minutes left. I'd say about 30 minutes. So we're going to go through some of these dumb things to be happy about. But I'm going to take another pee break. We got another alcohol drink because I'm right low. And then we're going to finish up this podcast. And we are back. That last break was brought to you by a tiny bladder.
Grandpa bladder.
Yeah, honestly, I just had to pee. And we're out of drink, so. That being said, let's wrap up the final end with Eric and I making fun of this stupid shit that we were looking at. Oh my god, I remember. Oh, there it is.
I'm sure there's going to be a couple things in there that I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm thankful for that too.
Totally. Alright, number 1. And I'm just going to assume that these are listed in order of importance.
Okay, that makes it even better.
Maybe we shouldn't do that. Out of 89 things, maybe we shouldn't put it in order of importance.
That's a lot of importance.
It is.
1 to 89.
Alright, so now that I say that out loud and we like think about it and we talk about it, let's not do that. Anyway, number 1, puppy breath.
What?
Puppy breath.
I'm not thankful for that at all. If anybody's ever smelled an actual puppy's breath, it smells like asshole.
I feel like it does because they've been licking their own butthole and it smells like puppy poop.
You know, I'm just like, yeah, puppies they have terrible breath.
People love puppy breath. Obviously, it's number 1. Fuzzy blankets. Weird. I can see that. Everyone loves a good fuzzy blanket. Yeah,
I'm like, I don't want to admit to it, good. But if I get an extra fuzzy blanket and I'm like laying on the couch and I'm a little intoxicated, I'm like,
oh my god.
It's like being caressed by like the heavens or some shit. Like, it just feels right.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never leaving from this spot because this blanket is so comfy.
And then you eventually fall asleep in it and you wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and you're like, how did I get here?
Why am I sweating so much?
And then you realize that blanket's on you and you're like, oh, this is amazing. And you end up going to your bedroom or whatever, carrying that blanket on you.
Whenever you have a blanket and you're like, I am utterly freezing. This blanket is life.
Yeah.
It was a good moment.
100%. I agree with that one.
Number 3, yes. Oh my god. We're going to have some words. Family and friends. I think it's totally ridiculous that you put family and friends in the same number.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on that. I'm super thankful for friends.
Yep.
Not very thankful for family a lot of the time.
Nailed it. Although I did spend a lot of time with my family today, if you're listening, and I know you're not. I love y'all, but I like my friends more. Okay.
My friends are the family you choose.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta work for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy.
Yeah, like my friends are like my people.
You gotta be there when they need you, and it's a choice to be there because with your family, it's like you have to do these things. But with your friends, like you choose to be there when they need you. You choose all the things. It's a huge different thing. But number 4 is the leaves turning brilliant colors.
Mild. I don't know.
Oh my god! Sneezes! Alright.
I'm mildly thankful for that, just because I'm like, oh, it's a really awesome thing to see, and it's a cool like indicator of the seasons changing. But at the same time, I'm just like, leaves, calm your shit down. Like, you don't need to be this brilliant.
Yeah.
You're not a flower, you're a tree.
Calm down.
Calm down, you're a tree, not a flower.
You're just changing colors. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I think I get more excited for like what the color changes bring rather than the fact that it's just
that's what I mean. I'm
colors.
like, I like that it's the indicator of like it's happening. Mm-hmm. Like it's an actual like thing that you can see.
Dude, number 5 is eating dessert first. Like, who gives a fuck about eating dessert first?
Only fucking diabetics. Okay, if you have diabetes, I'm sorry, but I'm like, no dessert. No, you don't fucking eat dessert first. What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, dude, definitely number 6. Not for us.
Uh-oh.
Warm weather.
Yeah, no. Fuck you, son. Like, I get that the sun has importance, as in, like, if it didn't exist, this planet wouldn't exist, but...
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you and your heat.
Definitely not something to be grateful for.
I am not... Obviously, this was written by somebody who lives, like, in the northern states or something.
Yeah, number 7 is the beach. I love the beach, sure. But it's such a cliche thing to be grateful for.
Sand.
Yeah, fuck that.
How excited can you get over sand? Sand gets on... dude, the places that I find sand, and I'm like, how the fuck did he even get here? Like, how? How? I found sand in the refrigerator the other day. How the fuck did it get there?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
This doesn't make any sense to me. Fuck the beach. Fuck the sun.
All right.
Moving on.
Opposite direction. Hiking trails. Which are usually the mountains. I feel like, yeah, of course there's going to be hiking trails with fucking sand, but in this situation, we're going mountains.
Super thankful for those because people actually have to go out there and do that shit and cut those trails, so.
Heaters that work. Sure. Yeah, obviously that's way better than heaters that don't work. Like, what the fuck? Like, obviously. Like...
The way you just put that, obviously, heaters that work. Who would want a heater that doesn't work?
Oh, goddamn, I was gifted another heater that doesn't work. Well, they keep happening every year. Feeling loved. I know.
It depends on that one.
There's a... Have you seen Community?
Parts.
There's a scene with Chin, I think is his name, and he's in the back of a class, and he goes, "Gay." That's what I think about when I hear this, and that doesn't shit on gay people. I don't give a fuck if you like the same sex. Who cares?
And that's where I'm just like, I don't know. That's so like. I'm super thankful for when I know that, like, say I'm in a relationship with somebody and they really appreciate me for who I am and they love me for who I am. Then I'm like, I'm really thankful for that because you actually see me for who I am. But if somebody just is like, oh, I love you so much because, and I'm like,
yeah, feeling loved is too vague.
Yeah, that's just like, it's such an open for interpretation thing.
I think I need to replace the gay. Even though that is from a TV show and I'm quoting a TV show, it's not my own words. I think I should replace it with something like more accurate to what I'm trying to express, if that makes sense. That doesn't relate to the gay people. Like if someone was just like, lame, I'll take that. That's accurate.
Definitely.
That's nothing to do with gayness. It just has to be purely like stupid. However, being healthy is number 11. Is that an unconventional thing to be happy for? Really? No.
It's being healthy? I'm like, that's sometimes just something that you're lucky to have. Like, some people, like my dad, eats absolute utter garbage, and the dude is like the healthiest person I know.
Oh my god, this was... Oh. I'm not going to say what I was about to say out loud.
What?
Number 12 is vino.
Wine?
Yeah.
White.
Especially a jammy red wine. Quote unquote.
Who wrote this?
That's what I was about to comment on. And before I
feel like we both just came to the same conclusion.
Like,
we're like, we're not saying it, but who wrote this?
Yeah. You're like,
What's
organized closets. It's just getting more specific.
It is. Hey, I do appreciate an organized closet. I do like it when like all the shit's in like one place, and then I come in there and just throw all my shit on the floor, and I'm like, you are now disorganized.
Oh my god, dude. These are getting worse and worse. So prepare yourself. Number 14, I do also enjoy an organized closet, even though mine is never organized.
Yeah, mine's never organized, but when it is, I'm like, oh, it feels so good for like 2 days, and then it's trashed.
Absolutely. 14, music that invokes wonderful memories. Oh, how fucking sweet.
Music only invokes like
satanic memories, just pure ritualistic.
Painful memories for me. I'm like, there's a lot of songs that I tie to like points in my life or like people in my life, and I'm like, I don't want to remember that because that makes me sad. So,
spoken like a true Scorpio, my friend.
Fuck you, music, and I go find new music.
All right, how about Good Neighbors?
Yes, I am thankful for that. Can definitely agree, because the people who moved into the house next to ours are like the best people that could have moved in there. They're like super chill. Like we always share like smoking recipes for like smoking meats and stuff. And the one dude like brews his own beer.
That's
So
pretty
like
exciting.
I'm really thankful
I'll
for
give you
like
that.
really cool, like really dope neighbors. Like some like total stickler jackasses could have moved in there and been.
That's
like-
the ultimate fear is
Yeah.
having a jackass neighbor.
Yeah, and I'm like,
thankful for
these
our
are the
neighbors.
coolest people ever.
Yeah.
Like they're just down for anything all the time. They're just super chill.
Perfect.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the unknown? That's number 16. Something to be thankful about, Eric.
It's the
It's the
unknown.
unknown. Do you suffer from anxiety?
Well, here's some more anxiety on
Yeah.
top of it.
Number
I
16,
totally agree with that.
which isn't even halfway through the 89.
Oh
Number
gosh.
16 is the unknown. Hey, here's a little bit more spice of everything that you hate.
Hey, so you're already stressed out about those things coming up. Well, how about you get stressed about the things that you don't even know are coming up yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're not freaking out enough.
Yeah. If you aren't panicking enough, here, take
Have a
this.
little bit more. All right, happy hour, which is perfect to calm down the last one.
Yeah.
The unknown. Well, if I'm drunk, then who cares?
I mean, I'm not too thankful for happy hour because I'm usually always working. That's what happens when you work all the time is
Yeah,
you don't
we have-
make happy hour.
Literally never made happy hour at
Yeah.
Lowe's together. We
That's what I'm
talked
just-
about it. But
Yeah,
we've
it's
never done
it's
it.
this fleeting thing that it's just never gonna happen.
All right, here's a gigantic curveball, and so far the dumbest one yet. Digital cameras. That's on this list. Digital.
I'm not thankful for
fucking
those.
cameras.
Because it took like so much interesting aspect of photography out of photography.
Like, what a stupid thing to be thankful for. Maybe like if you put phone cameras, sure, because you can like
Catch a
record
moment.
memories really quickly. Digital cameras, absolutely not. That's stupid. Fresh fruit smoothies.
Okay, if you had stopped at fresh fruit, I would have been like, fuck yeah, I love some
Absolutely.
fresh ass fucking fruit.
Right?
But you put smoothie in there.
And it ruins it. I agree. That's the dumbest fucking shit. Like, I don't need it to be a smoothie. I don't want a smoothie. I just want a fucking banana.
Yeah. I've been eyeing that one right there all night. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that phallic motherfucker, you put it in your mouth. That's fine.
that's a ripe ass banana.
Yeah,
hanging
bananas
out.
are so cheap. It's ridiculous.
Dude, there's like 89 cents.
For like a whole fucking
Yeah.
6
That's what
bananas. You're
I like.
what?
I always have like probably like 7 or 8 at the house at any time because I'm just like, they're so fucking cheap. You just pick it up as you go. You don't even care. You're just like,
Whatever.
I'm getting bananas.
Bananas. I know, I love it. I'm so glad they're cheap because I eat like 80 of them one day. 20 is freedom. So it goes something as stupid as smoothies all the way to freedom.
America.
Freedom. Do you know how vast of a thankfulness freedom is? Dude, what the fuck? That's like an entire, like 18, that's an entire podcast show. Just talking about how much you enjoy freedom. And this is just a haphazard, oh yeah, number 20.
Freedom of what though?
Freedom.
Just in general.
That's what we love. We're super thankful for freedom today.
So we should be thankful for that. Like, somebody's free to literally just
I just can't believe
do
that-
whatever they want.
Yeah.
There's some things that you shouldn't do. Yes, you've got freedom to do them. You shouldn't do them though.
The audacity just to boldly put just freedom down for an answer. It's just like, what a fucking moron. Good books, I'll agree with that.
Oh yeah,
If they would put like good book smell, then they would have got me.
doubly agree.
The smell of a brand new book, oh, yeah, amazing. I love the smell of a book.
That video you showed me the other night when you got the book in the series you're reading.
Rhythm of War.
Yeah, dude, I have the exact same feeling when a new book comes in. I open that bitch and it's right.
It's like, how long can you hold that
Yeah.
that inhale?
I huff that book.
Oh, the internet though. That's a solid, thankful thing that we're not often like vocalizing about.
Definitely.
I would say it's one of those forces that is equally as good as it is evil. It has the power to bolster yourself and like give you such like ability to grow as a person, but also it has the ability to destroy you.
Well, so like the internet to me, I'm super thankful for it because it's globalized the world. Like if anything, I feel like the internet might help stem off a World War III because it makes somebody on the other side of the world seem like they're there with you, so you relate with them more. Like you can actually see other people in other parts of the world and like see their experiences, and you can relate with it, which makes you less prone to hate or violence towards that person. But at the same time, it can also be used to manipulate through like the government censors shit all the time on the internet.
That's a good point.
So I'm like, it's one of those things where I can't say I'm thankful for it, but it's like I like it because I feel like it's globalized humanity. It's like
it's
united
us, yeah.
But at the same time, it's also being used to manipulate us. So it's kind of like a double-sided thing.
All right, I'm gonna end this last one because we have to wrap it up. I'm gonna list off the next like 5, and I want you to pick your favorite one.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Waffles with whipped cream and strawberries.
Already hate it.
Okay. Aroma candles.
Uh,
The ability to learn. The smell of Christmas trees. And, oh God, I really want to say raw cookie dough, but the one underneath it is baby fingernails.
oh no. No! Ew! Fuck no!
Yeah, baby fingernails is on
Okay,
this
those last
list.
2, fuck those. We're really only doing 4 of them.
Oh
fuck
my
waffles.
God.
Fuck waffles.
Baby fingernails.
No.
Oh my God.
That's like creepy shit.
Oh,
That's like if
awful.
somebody took like a piece of like wet macaroni and put like a piece of plastic on it. That's what it,
We're not even going to talk
just
about
babies in general creep
All
me
right.
the fuck out.
Yeah, alright, so 24 was waffles and whipped cream, which you're not about. And then I said free stuff and aroma candles. So those are the 2 you have to pick from.
Free stuff?
Free stuff, Dip. Free stuff! This is it! Free stuff! That's what we're happy about. Alright, it's been almost 2 hours, and I think we're going to have to wrap it up now.
Oh, if it's aroma candles and free stuff.
I honestly, seriously, candles can change an entire scene. Oh.
I'm like, honestly...
Dude, Rachel made us a candle, and I didn't even light it, and I meant to light it for the entire podcast, and I totally forgot, so we're going to light it after this.
Well, guess
And
we gotta restart the podcast.
Alright, fuck that shit. Luckily, her candle is just as important that I'm okay that I just saved some of it because it smells so good. And Rachel's such an important and wonderful person. And, you know, that's what I'm thankful for. The last thing I would like to end this podcast is from our friends. All the people that I'm very close to, including you, Eric. I am just very grateful that we're all a group and it helps sustain our lives together.
I was just thinking about that the other day. I've lived in a lot of interesting places, and I've never like met a group of people that I like more than the group that I've met here. That's why it's been difficult for me to move out of this area, because I'm like, the area in general, fuck, I would have been out here 6 months ago if I hadn't like met the people that I met. Like,
all of us just need to leave together, and that's the key.
I'm just like, yeah, it's like some of the greatest people I've met in all of my travels and everything, just in this area. And it's just interesting because I'm like, I hate the area, I love the people. Normally it's the complete opposite. I love the area, hate the people. So yeah. I am definitely thankful for the people that I've met here.
Me too. And on that beautiful note, thankful to everyone that we were close to, and fuck you to everyone that we're not.
Fuck you for not trying to get to know us better.
Unless you like the same things we do, and then we love you. But anyone else, fuck you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Let's all celebrate the day that we stole things from the Native Americans because we're shit white people. We love you all. Be nice and don't be a fucking dick. Just care about someone else. Okay, bye.
Oh, gee whiz, Satan. Why am I so unhappy?
Jim. It's just like I said, Jimmy Jim. It's like I said.
Just stop sucking so much.
'Cause you suck, Jimmy.